celebrity, son. Oh, nothing in the world smells like that. I love the smell of celebrities in the evening. Let's start the show! For you tonight, that is one lucky sofa. Oscar winner, star of Apocalypse Now and The Godfather, Robert Duvall is our show. Yeah. He's Iron Man and Sherlock Holmes. Robert Downey Jr. is here. Yeah. Actor, writer, all-round brain box, Stephen Fry is joining us. And ladies and gentlemen, the biggest band in the world, U2, are here. U2, they're here. Yeah. And don't worry, they won't just be performing over there, they will be having a proper chat on the sofa as well. So, what a film career Robert Duvall has had. He was, of course, Oscar nominated for his role in The Godfather. Famous, yes. Full of so many great lines like, I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. Mind you, I've had an offer like that. Yeah, I mean, 3 bottles for a tenner. You can't pass that up, can you? Delicious. Robert Downey Jr., famous, of course, as Iron Man. Yeah. And you do wonder, do those jetpacks have brakes? No, they don't. And listen, U2, biggest band, they are joining us. Bono, of course. Bono has met all the world's great statesmen, Bill Clinton, Nelson Mandela, even Nick Clegg, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Bono looks thrilled, doesn't he? He looks really excited. You two are so famous, they've even had a street named after them. Yeah, they have. U2 Way. A few other acts have also had that honour. There was one named after one of the Beatles. Yeah. And even Justin Bieber's had a road named after him. So, let's get some guests on! Later there is kind of music with inviting you to the first. He really is great as you take it, Mr. Stephen Fry! Hello, sir! Lovely to see you. Coming to us down. He's nothing more but Robert Downey Jr. Hello, sir. You're very welcome. Have a seat, Jim. And I'm going to Apocalypse Now. It's Robert Duvall! Well, lovely to see all of you. Stephen and Robert, welcome back. And Mr. Duvall, it's confusing to the two Roberts. Are you a Robert? Are you a Bob? A Bobby?
A Bodge, too. My brother couldn't say Bobby, so I was Bodge until I grew up, and then they started calling me Bobby.
Bobby.
So I have a lot of nicknames in my family.
And I hate to start with an apology, but sorry for doing the Apocalypse Now thing, because do people come up to you about that all the time?
All the time, all the time. I do it a little better than you do.
Yes, it does. Yes, you should.
No, you did great, you did great. You did great.
Do people say it to you, or do they want you to say it to them?
Well, they come up as if they're the only one in the world that knows it, and I'm the only one that knows it. That kind of thing, you know.
Because Robert Downey Jr., that's your name, I'll use it.
Or Bodge.
Because of the kind of the iconic roles you had, what are the things that people want you to say?
Let me think. I don't know, like, sure, we'll take a selfie.
And Stephen, do you get things?
It's usually bad. It's quite easy to remember. I think maybe this is when I first knew I was gay, was I thought the line was, I love the smell of lip balm in the morning. I think it works better. It would have been a nicer outcome, let's be honest.
It's more universal.
Yeah, isn't it?
And obviously, Robert and Bobby, you're here to talk about The Judge, the movie you're in together.
Right.
But in fact, both of you have worked with Stephen. Clearly, you guys are Sherlock, in Sherlock.
What do we do together?
Cast your mind back to a civil action. Do you remember it?
Oh, yeah.
You cross-examined me in court. John Lithgow was the judge.
That was a pretty big movie. This is a bigger one. I mean,
Oh, yes. Oh, the judge is so way better. Yeah.
No, not better, bigger. Yeah. The biggest one I've been in centuries.
It also has to be said, Bob, do you remember a movie called The Paper that you did, a Ron Howard movie?
Yeah.
You did the best hemorrhoid acting I've ever seen. Do you remember your character had hemorrhoids? Every time you sat down,
I forgot.
You winced. It was brilliant.
Was that part of the script? Or was
no,
that
I think it was you.
It might have been me.
But what's odd is it true that even after you'd worked with Robert, was it 2 times, you still didn't recognise him?
Well, he's cleaned up. He looks great now.
You didn't have the handcuffs. Same colour, though.
Yes.
Just shoot orange.
That's really
No, let the games begin. I got some back talk, too.
No position. I'm in no position. I'm sorry.
Now, listen. The judge, Robert Downey Jr., Robert Duvall, and it's out tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
all
boy.
across the country. Yes.
What are you doing here?
They want to know. We're telling them.
All right,
There'll be a late showing. There'll be a late showing. Now, the reviews in the States have been amazing, so congratulations for that. And you are both brilliant in it. And audiences have really kind of connected with this story.
Yeah, people are... it's just kind of about all of us and where you're from and strained relationships and making amends, but it's a very entertaining look at it, so it's not like one of those bummers where you kind of go, why did I just spend money to go be depressed? It's uplifting.
Terrific writer, a very smart script, that guy.
So you play the father, the judge.
Yeah, I'm not the son, right?
No, well...
Well, no, that's the interesting thing. It's like True West. We switch roles. We'll be bringing it to stage and switching roles every 2 weeks.
No, you're the father who's the judge, and then you come back to town.
Yes, and I'm a lawyer.
This is very... Just tell them some of the story.
Well, as it happens, Mom passes away. I don't want to go home because I don't want to deal with him. And
I don't particularly want to deal with him either.
That's right. Yeah. So it's that kind of party. And then something happens where I wind up having to stay in town to defend him, but he doesn't want me to defend him, but the guy he hires really shouldn't be defending him. So he, by default, allows me to. And it's about this journey. It's fantastic. I can't believe you haven't upped and left to go watch it.
And double congratulations, of course. This film is the first production from Team Downey.
Yeah. Yep. And Mrs. would be here.
Great team.
She's fantastic.
She co-produced the Sherlock Holmes movie, though, didn't she?
Yeah, she sends her regards.
They're having another baby.
Yeah, another one.
So another Team Downey production.
Yes.
And when is this?
That one I had much less to do with than the movie. I was only involved for about 7 minutes.
Oh, okay. I think you had some involvement, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, she'll bring it in on time and under budget. Could you, just as a favour, because I know that, you know, some stars like to give unusual names, could you call him or her Uppy? Uppy Downey? It'd be so sweet. Wouldn't it be nice? No? OK.
No. But you know it's a girl already, don't you?
We do. Yeah.
You've had a preview.
Yes. Amazing technology these days. Yeah, we do.
But when is it? So is it happening any second now?
November 11th.
Oh, wow. Now, here's the thing. Yeah. Because as Stephen says, your wife has been a producer on movies you've been in before.
Yeah.
But why was she particularly strict with you on this film?
She just, I don't know, she didn't want me to mess up a good time for her or something, I don't know.
What do you normally do? What was she trying to stop you doing?
She said, I don't want you to, well, Mr. Fry would know from our Sherlock experiences. I usually don't like to shoot anything that's written down as the script. I have a strange condition. I'm allergic to paper. If you write something down and say, this is what we're shooting today, I don't want to do it. But like Bobby was saying, the script was actually really good. And she said, please don't get all creative and try to rewrite every scene. She goes, I will knock you out in front of 75 people.
All right, listen, we're going to watch a clip. This is you, Bobby, and your 3 sons in a car discussing the trial that you're involved in.
Stop the car. Speaking Korean, stop the goddamn car. I need my walk.
Leaving the scene, blood evidence, motive. Biggest mistake of your career and you just happen to run him over? I could convict you over coffee. But no, routines are important. Close the door, go.
If the blood matches, and I've no reason to doubt it does, then I must have clipped him. I don't remember any of that.
I don't remember what happened. Defense doesn't fly with a corpse. We need to establish a firm defense. We got to get the charges dropped and make it all go away at the preliminary hearing. We never go to trial.
There's no we here, Henry. This was an accident, period. Any decent lawyer can argue this easily. And by decent, I mean honest. Someone from here. Someone with integrity that an Indiana judge will respect. I retained one of that breed this morning. Right? I wish I liked you more.
An extraordinary statistic. This movie, The Judge, I believe it's Mr. Duvall's 88th film. It's only your 90th film. Wow. Come on.
Good day.
That's incredible.
This is better than a lot of them.
But there's no hint of slowing down. There's no taking a break in your life.
No, eventually there will be, but there'll be a big break eventually. Not now. Not now.
Let's not dwell on that. And going back to when you were, a struggling actor, you lived with people
Still
like
struggling.
people like Dustin Hoffman and Gene Hackman. You were all kind of young actors together.
Yes.
And that apartment sounds like it was quite wild.
It was, yeah. It was me, Dusty, my brother, 2 or 3 other actors. Gene Hackman lived downtown with his wife. We had some great parties. Terrific times.
And the stories over the years always seem to be about Dustin Hoffman, how he brought just hundreds of women back to this apartment.
He wrote, well, a few. I don't know about hundreds, quite a few, yeah.
But recently, because I think maybe he was tired of being accused, but he told a story about you. I don't know if it's true. Do you know the story about the shower?
What, yeah, well, it could be, yeah. No, I came down. I'll tell you one on him. I came downstairs. He had a young girl on the table nude, and he had told her he was a painter, and he was painting this. Crazy.
Kids, try that tomorrow.
Justin, I'm not name-dropping because you're all talking about him, but Justin Hoffman told me that Gene Hackman eventually kicked him out because Gene Hackman said, I'm never going to get laid so long as you're in the same apartment, so you've got to go.
You should see some of the ones he got laid with, Dusty. Really.
And listen, while we've got you here, we've got to mention The Godfather.
Yes.
Yes. And I think a lot of people assume that Marlon Brando was a very kind of serious figure, but the two of you seem to have a lot of fun on set.
A lot of fun, especially with Jimmy Caan. Jimmy is he and Bill Murray are the 2 funniest guys I ever worked with. And Jimmy would tell a joke. It would take Brando 3 seconds to catch on, and he would go like that. Jimmy's great, and we had great times. Yeah, I know where you're heading.
Well, because you did
about the mooning.
Yeah, because
we all moon, believe me, and to keep the set, fun.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the best story of all.
Okay, go.
This is absolute true story. We're in Staten Island at the wedding, and Brando, he gave out belts at the end, the championship belts for mooning. He went for his belt, I went for my belt, and Coppola said, come on now, there are women and children, but he kept going, I kept going. We mooned each other, mooned everybody. Some woman turned to me and said, Mr. Duvall, you're fine, but she turned to her friend and said, but did you catch the balls on that Brando? She said, true story.
And the not learning lines thing, that's true. Brando wouldn't learn lines.
Well, he did, but, he when I did, in the Philippines, when he did Apocalypse, he had a hearing thing, but then he had signs. He'd lean back in his chair and read the signs on the chair. And we took the words away, put a wedding invitation there. So they had to say cut, and we started again.
Somebody took this picture, and this is you. Is that Marlon Brando's speech on your stomach?
He's reading the lines. Yeah, exactly. And like when Lenny Montana, the big guy, said, "Oh, may you have a beautiful son and a wonderful son," he put a son and said, F you. But, and Coppola would say, come on, guys, we got to be serious. But, he liked it because it kept things relaxed. We did a little of that on the...
May it be a masculine child.
Yes.
That's the line, isn't it?
Is it true that you know all the lines?
Just about every line, from I Believe in America, I Love America, yeah. And you're not a wartime consigliere, Tom.
Yeah.
You're out, Tom. He's still alive. We hit him with 6 shots. Still alive. Well, it's bad luck for you and it's bad luck for Sonny if you don't make that deal tonight. Sorry. I did, brother. But what's so great is the Tom Hagen character is actually really wonderful because he's taken in by the Corleone family.
Yeah, but I can't, as the actor, I couldn't step over, and as the character, he couldn't step. He'd never really be a member of the family.
No, that's right. That was the
never really, you know.
And you were always fighting and saying, so you can't just kill a man like that. And Al Pacino says, if history teaches us one thing, it's that anyone can be killed.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Well, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Really cheers up on a Friday night. Thank you so much. Yeah, after a hard week, I'll just settle down and watch the Graham Norton show. Yeah. Great. Listen, Stephen Fry, sir. New book out. This is part 3 of the unfolding autobiography. Yeah. But we're still not up to now.
No, I fear not. It seems an act of absurd vanity to write. There are perfectly serviceable one-volume biographies of Alexander the Great and Napoleon, and even Katie Price, I think. But, for some reason, I've managed to stretch mine out like a piece of mucus. But it has... The first was my childhood, and the second was sort of making it in show business, and this is rather dirtier, grimier, muckier years of self-indulgence.
This one's going to sell.
I was going to say to you, because, you know, the tabloids have a field day with it.
Yes.
Because it seems, you know, that the odd thing is, you know, here you are working at it seems, the height of your powers. You know, your career is going like this. What would have happened to your career if you hadn't been doing all those drugs for those years?
Well, I don't know. I did always separate them. I never went on a sound stage or on a theatrical stage or on television, or I never wrote with a single flake up my nostrils, or indeed alcohol, because the buzz of work. Indeed, my last autobiography was prefaced with a Noel Coward quotation, which is, work is more fun than fun, which is something I profoundly believe.
Very, very quickly, just in the book, lots of other things in the book. Yeah. It's full of really funny stories and very good showbiz anecdotes, and also so many famous people in this book. Can you...
I'm a slut, yes.
No. Can you quickly tell the people the story of Christmas in Norfolk?
Oh, well,
which is amazing.
I did a line-up for a show once, and there was a royal presence, and the Prince of Wales said, apparently you live in Norfolk, is it right? I said, well, I do have a place. It's not far from Sandringham, in fact, which is where the royal family have a house. And he said, oh, wonderful. I said, you should come visit me for Christmas. He said, that'd be lovely, lovely, lovely idea. Of course, I thought no more about it. And that Christmas, I had a real house full of friends, about 14 people, all squeezed together. And I'm a very early riser. I'm very much a lark, not an owl. And so I was up, and I was making eggs Benedict, I remember distinctly. And hollandaise sauce is a very, you know, you have to concentrate. You have to get the melted butter into the egg yolk. You have to really thin, steady stream. The phone went. So I was going, somebody answer that! Please, somebody... Well, no, all the 14 people showering, shagging, whatever they were doing. and nobody was answering. So I picked up the phone. Yes! They went, can I speak to Stephen Fry, please? And I said, yes, this is he. And he said, this is Prince of Wales here. And I said, my brain, a little part of my brain sent a signal to say, oh, fuck off, Rory. Then another part, because you always know when it's someone real, another part just overtook it and went, oh, hello, sir. He said, I was wondering about taking you up for that offer for tea. I said, well, that would be wonderful. When would you like? When's convenient for you? He said, well, what about New Year's Day? So I said, well, that would be fine. So I kind of put the phone down and thought, right. So I went into the hall and I shouted, a bit like Rick in The Young Ones, house meeting! and everybody sort of appeared at the top of stairheads, and I said, the Prince of Wales is coming for tea. And then everybody went, oh, my God! And then there was this fantastic sight, which I could have... I mean, I could have photographed, I should have done, of everybody, Hugh Laurie hoovering the carpet. You know, so we're all making tea, all getting ready, the fire's burning, everything's completely ready, and we're all peeping out of the curtains like pathetic children, like, and all these cars passing, and then eventually, 2 cars, crunch, everybody's disappeared except me. So the doorbell goes, and I think, I must play it cool. Otherwise he'll think I'm really uncool. And so I count to 15, and the bell goes again, and I open it, and he goes, oh, hello, I hope you don't mind, I brought my wife. And there's Princess Diana comes out of the shadows and goes, hello, Stephen. And I go, hello. And everybody comes down, and we have this tea party, and it's fantastic. And she's wearing cowboy boots, which suits her very well. He's not wearing cowboy boots, which suits him very well. And it all goes fantastically. Everybody's having a great time. And then they go, and he says, thank you, everybody, says goodbye. And she holds in the doorway, and she says, I'm sorry we're going, but I'm quite glad we're going early, because it's Spitting Image on tonight, and I'm going to watch it in my room. They hate it, of course, but I love it. And that's her.
But it's a great story, and lots of other great stories in your book, More Fool Me. But speaking of royalty, as we were, we have some very special musical guests tonight. Before they come over and chat with us, they're going to perform their current single, The Miracle of Joey Ramone. Please welcome the biggest band in the world, U2!
Somewhere near your voice was all I had. I was shaking from a stormy me, haunted by the specters that we had to see. Yeah, I wanted to be the melody, but the noise, but the hurt. I was young, not done, just wishing to be blinded by you, brand new, and we were pilgrims on our way. We cannot communicate. Religion so I can love and hate. Music so I can exaggerate my pain. We'll give it a name. I was young, not dumb, just wishing to be blinded by you, brand new, and we were pilgrims on our way. Will someday be returned, the most beautiful sound I ever heard. Voices will be heard.
Bobby, the microphone. We're going to This is Larry. Are you in the middle?
Yeah, we are.
Settle down there. God, it's like, honestly, it's like boarding an Air Ryan flight. Get in there now, you're great. You okay?
Yeah, no, but they have bathrooms here.
Yeah.
Unlike
Wait, do you need to go? Oh, I see
No,
on the
they're
right
right
there.
there. They're taking them off.
I think you needed to go.
Ever. He's so cool.
So now, have you guys all met you two before?
Yes. Once. Yeah.
Keep meeting Bono at funerals, very sadly. Clement Freud's, everyone right next to you, and then at Steve Jobs's at Stanford. Yeah.
Wow, you were determined to bring us down tonight.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No. It's like, everyone in agreement. Yeah, you too. Oh.
Stephen, when we meet at the funerals, Stephen just says, "It's not ours, though." So there we come. Good news.
Yes. Now, feast your eyes on this. Now, any kids watching?
Oh,
This
gatefold, is it?
It's a long-playing record, everybody.
It is a gatefold.
No, it's a gatefold.
Yeah.
Look, there's the lads.
Yeah.
Yes. This is it. Songs of Innocence. And now, normally when bands come on, they're trying to flog an album. Right. But everyone's got it already. So it's like, what's the point? I mean, we're thrilled. We're thrilled you're here.
It's that all the people got very annoyed that it was given to them free. They now get to buy it.
But this is the madness.
This time yesterday, and that song's impregnated. I had to buy a special solution to take the song.
But no, but isn't it true? In the midweek charts, it's #4.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
but do they not know they've already got it?
But they haven't got the vinyl.
Okay.
They haven't got the CD.
So everyone gets it on the iTunes. Right. Who talked to who? Did you go to iTunes? Did iTunes come to you?
We worked very hard on these songs and we really believed in them, but we were scared they wouldn't, people wouldn't hear them, or, it's tricky these days, to be heard. And we've been around a while. Why would anyone want another U2 album? We kind of asked ourselves that question. And, no.
Poor U2! Who has worse luck than U2?
Because there is, at the back of any performer...
It's a heartbreaking story, Bob.
Stopped the unforgettable fire. It's just, look, if anyone, wanted to call time on us, we've been around a while and we just wanted to do something fresh, something that no one else had done. And, it turns out some people don't believe in Father Christmas. And they see Father Christmas in their lounge on Christmas morning. They just want to give Father Christmas a good kicking. Good kicking.
Adam, I think you didn't care either way, did you?
No, I cared in as much as I knew that if we put it out the normal way, records don't stay around the way they used to a few years ago. And these songs, I think, they're some of the best songs we've ever written, and to get them out this way digitally, it wasn't exactly a revolution, but we thought if we went to Apple, we would at least get paid, and Apple would give them free to their customers, which we thought was a good idea.
I mean, there's a lot of people who were... uninterested in U2, who are now, mad at U2, which, as far as we're concerned, is an improvement in the relationship.
This is a crazy thing. I did not know this till this afternoon, that your association with iTunes goes back quite a long way.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, at the bottom in your iTunes, there's those little symbols, like there's music, there's artists, there's more, whatever. The symbol for artists...
Yeah.
That's Bono.
Yeah. Thank you.
Can I just say, you look like you've got the biggest Adam's apple in the whole world.
I think they just needed a big head for a little small symbol.
Now, I don't want to qualify it, but I think most people, when they, see you two, we think of it sort of as Bono's band. I dare I've said it.
Not the band.
No, but it's not. It's Larry's band.
True. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when did he take over?
You're presuming he has.
Oh, he has.
Well, about 5 minutes after I thought I'd taken over.
So really, immediately?
Yeah, we had our first rehearsal in my kitchen, and sort of everybody arrived. Those Adam, Edge's brother, the McCormick brothers arrived. Yes, and there were a couple of people there, and then Bono arrived late, and it was just obvious within a few minutes that he was not going to be carrying amps, he was not going to be buying guitars, wasn't going to be messing with technology. He was just going to be in charge, and I was fired.
That's actually not true. The only job they give the singer is if you can't do anything else. I couldn't play. It's one of those. So they said, they said, be a manager. And Adam said, no, I think I could be the manager. So I got to be the singer. And but there's 4 bosses in U2, and we all share everything and have done. We still have the same crew. Joe Hurley, who mixed the sound out now here tonight, he mixed us from our 6th gig. So it's a community of people that we've our music has come out of, and stretches right down to Cork.
Asher now.
That's a long way from where you're sitting. But not a long way from here.
Because when they started, when you two started, because look at them now, global superstars. This is near the beginning, what they look like. Now, I think this was during the great conditioner shortage in Ireland in 1980. But there's a better one. So, like, some of the publicity shots, the early publicity shots, I mean, it really does not suggest that success is in your future. Check this out. Like, how did they become successful? Oh, my goodness. What were you thinking?
I want you to know, I am not just a sex object. I am a human person. I have feelings. I will not be treated like this.
I love the rest of you. The rest is so bored. And daytime telly on in the background. Yeah. That's what daytime telly used to be, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And the glasses and the hat, they weren't at the beginning. They came along as time went on.
As time, yeah. When you become a professional outfit, you need sort of the accoutrements of...
You started going to sunny places. You have money.
Exactly. We have a whole committee.
No, but the sunglasses, you didn't wear sunglasses. And then when you found them, you were like, I love sunglasses. Do you ever take them off?
You know the big I got earlier? You know the one when I did the whole thing, the heartbreak thing? Yeah. Okay.
Uh-oh.
This is a good place to explain to people.
Is something terrible wrong with you?
Yes.
Is it fatal?
A lot of people might make a lot of people happy. No, I have glaucoma for the last 20 years.
Okay. Can I say it didn't get a great R, did it? People were like, oh, that's right, with sunglasses.
No, but seriously, Graham, you have no idea how this has messed with my life. And, the thing about glaucoma is, I have perfect, like 20/20 vision, so I would go to do these eye tests, and people said, but I said, I don't really need one, because I've got perfect, I could read the bottom line, and they said, oh, that's one of the signs of you wouldn't have it. Have you ever had sort of strange visions and, steam coming into the room and, rings around lights? I went, oh, yeah. And they said, and it's not from anything exotic.
I hear you.
There's no...
I just think they're cool. And I think Bono looks cool in them.
Do you have just big boxes and boxes and boxes of sunglasses at home?
People give you them, as I think you
I do have a lot of them.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I have a lot. Because I just thought maybe the other band members would like to try sunglasses. These ones, who would look... I think these would look good on Larry. Larry, try those on. I think they... Look, they match your outfit and everything. These are quite clever, these sunglasses. No, put it down, put it down. Hey! Looking good. I'm liking it. Good for you. They've got guitars on them. They've got guitars on them.
Hey. I think this is a bit Dave Mesner, isn't it?
These are quite cool for the Edge. Look, they light up.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And because you're Bono in the band, they get... You look like a fly.
That's great. I love these.
You genuinely like them, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. I can see.
I wouldn't mind doing a glass swap with Bob for a second.
Thank you. It's about time.
Just to see.
I hope you'd... I thought you'd never
we can
ask.
see your eyes for one second.
Thank you.
Look away, they're burning, they're burning!
God darn it!
Right.
Very thoughtful.
Cleverer.
You do.
See, once now you have this information, you're never going to be able to get it out of your head. You're just going to say, there's poor old blind Bono.
Would you not help Bono onto the stage?
And there you are, after giving him a kicking on Christmas.
You gave me the free album and
I have good treatment,
lovely.
and I'm going to be fine.
But just getting back to the album and the experience of putting it together and writing these songs. You know, in the beginning, so you were 4 young lads in Dublin, you were doing pub gigs and, you know, working your way up to that. Now, with the stadiums behind you and all the production in an album like this, when you're writing a song, do you still kind of think back to those core things? About, like, would this song work with just, you know, if we were just in the back of a pub?
Yeah.
On this album, I think we really did go after what you would call the classic songwriting songs. We put aside some of the things that on previous records we'd been playing around with, which is the sonic textures, and we went back to what's a classic song? What's a song that you could imagine other people covering that will be around in 10 years, 20 years, or a song you could do in a pub?
See, the great punk rock songs were brilliantly written. The Buzzcocks, you know, I never ever fallen in love with someone you shouldn't have fallen in love with. The Ramones, The Clash's incredible songs, beautiful melodies, clear thoughts, and any great song can be played on an acoustic guitar. And in Ireland, by the way, the only thing that will keep you in a pub at closing time, if the landlord is getting strict, is you better have a great song, and if you want to stay. And so we never did have any on that level. No, seriously, I mean, they'd say,
where the streets have no name.
It just didn't quite work like that. So, but some of these do.
But so if I gave you guitars now, could you give us just a taste of another track from the album? Like, the guitars are here. Can somebody bring over? I'm just making this happen. Can somebody bring over some guitar?
Don't you want to put somebody in a chair?
No, there's no time. There's no time for the chair.
So we'll do a song?
Yes, we want you to do a song. We want you to do a song. It's been a long time since you got
I need a microphone if you had one.
Oh, there's one here. Is that good?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
That would be the microphone.
Are you just pleased to see me?
Very pleased to see you. All the songs on the album are first journeys, like first time to London, first time to LA, first time to fall in love, first all these experiences. And the first time you fall in love is sometimes messy. And so this is called Song for Someone.
You got a face not spoiled by beauty. I have some scars from where I've been. You got eyes that can see right through me. You're not afraid of anything they've seen. I was told that I would feel nothing the first time. I don't know how these cuts heal, but in you I found a right. If there is a light you can't always see, and there is a world we can't always be. If there is a dark that you shouldn't doubt, and there is a light, don't let it go out. And this is a song, song for someone. This is a song, song for someone. You let me into a conversation only we could make. You breaking into my imagination. Whatever's in there, it's yours to take. I was told I'd feel nothing the first time. You were slow to heal, but this could be the night. If there is a light you can't always see, and there is a world we can't always be. If there is a dark within and without, and there is a light, don't let it go out. And this is a song, song
That's Graham, next Friday at 10:35. Over on BBC 4 now, a revealing look at a rock great, Robert Plant.